Hello, Gibster here, and today we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151 versus Prismatic Evolutions poster and mini tins. Now, these sets are pretty similar. They are both special holiday sets and can't be brought in booster boxes or single booster packs unless places break them down and sell the booster packs by themselves. You can only get the packs from products. And they both have a lot of similar products. They do vary a little bit, but these are the ones that are available right now. We have the poster collections and we have the mini tins. Now, I actually like the poster collections. They were cheap when they came out at $14.99 retail, especially the 151 ones, and same as the Prismatic Evolutions ones, and the mini tins were $10.99 each because they are special holiday mini tins. But obviously 151 is a very popular set and the prices have gone up exponentially for 151 products. Prismatic Evolutions had the hype from 151, so their products are quite expensive as well. But I'll go over the prices quickly for you. So the 151 poster collection is going for around £45 to £55, depending where you find them and the conditions and everything. The mini tins for 151 are about... they're a little bit weird. You can find them sometimes for about 21 and then it goes up to about 24, 25. But as I always say, if you're buying off eBay, make sure you check that postage, because sometimes you can find these mini tins for about 19 or 20 quid, but then you have the £3.49 postage on them. So be careful, especially on eBay, just check the postage as well. The Prismatic Evolutions poster collections are going for about 23 to £26 at the moment. Probably get them a bit under, around 22 if you're lucky. The mini tins are actually kind of cheap right now. They are more expensive than the $10.99 retail, but you can normally find the mini tins for around 16 to £18. But as I say, if you're buying on eBay, make sure the postage, but you can still find Prismatic Evolutions and still find the Prismatic Evolutions poster collections and mini tins for retail in some places if you get very lucky, but they don't normally last too long. But obviously 151, not in print anymore, extremely popular. You can't find these for retail anywhere. But I thought this would be a good comparison. Both same products and they're both very good. Now, which one looks better? Ooh. We'll go with the mini tins first. We're going to discuss which one looks a bit better. For the mini tins, I would say the Prismatic Evolutions ones look better. Now, there are different designs for these tins. There's 10 different designs for the 151 ones, and there's 8 different designs for the Prismatic Evolution ones. But the Prismatic Evolution ones, I think, are better looking. They have evolutions on the front, so they have every evolution. Eevee's not included, but it's included in a lot of the artworks. So you get Leafeons, you get Umbreons, you get Espeons, you get the Kanto evolutions, you get all the evolutions. 151 ones, I do kind of like them, but some of the Pokemon on the front aren't that popular. As you can see, we've got a Magneton and Ekans one here. Probably the popular ones out of the 151 ones will be the Dragonite tin and the Gengar tin, but then you have other tins like Cypher, Machamp, Slowpoke's got one, so there's not really very popular Pokemon compared to evolutions are extremely popular. And I do think the detail on these prismatic ones are a bit better. Obviously it's a later product, but I would say they look better. But then we'll go into which ones look better from the poster collections. It's very hard. Which one do I like better? I really like them both, but if I'm gonna have to go for sort of aesthetics, I'm going to give it Prismatic Evolutions again. That might be a very unpopular opinion, but I think the Prismatic Evolution ones looks a bit more elegant. It's a bit more high detail. The 1511 looks good, but it looks a bit, I don't know what the word is, childish? Because of all the silhouettes of the Pokemon being different colours, like purple, pink, dark purple, green, orange. It looks a bit, you know, childish. Just like, I know it's the pack design for the actual 151 packs, but I just think this is a bit more sleeker. It's a bit more reserved, but it is still very eye-catching, especially you go up close. You get all the evolutions in their little diamonds on the edges, get a little bit of flair on the bottom and the top with the symbols, but it's not completely in your face, which is a bit more of the 151 look. It's a bit more eye-catchy, it's a bit more random, sporadic sort of thing. I do like them. I like them both, so don't get me wrong with these. And we are doing this video now because these poster collections are getting a bit expensive. I have 2 poster collections. We're opening one today, and I brought them to buy because I do have a sealed case of them, so that's 6 of them in a sealed case, and I brought 2 that we could just open and everything. And I'm doing it now before they get more expensive because they're 45 to 55 pounds. So it's gonna get a bit to the point where I'm not gonna want to open them. So we're doing it now. I think I might break the other one down and put them into my random pack storage, so then we can have them in like custom booster boxes or just pack battling and stuff like that. Because 151's getting a bit expensive now. It's about 11.30, between 11 and 14 pounds a pack. It's more on the 13 to 14 pound mark at the moment, so it's getting quite expensive. So trying to open things now before I just leave them sealed in the cupboard and then find out, oh, they're actually really expensive. I don't want to open that. But we're opening these today, and I do love the collection of the promos. All Kanto promos. You get 3 promos in each of them, 3 packs, and a poster in these poster collections. So we'll open the Prismatic one first. Now, you can see the Prismatic poster in the background. It's my background. And you can see the 151 one here. I did have the 151 as my background, but now I use the Prismatic one. But that's only like a quarter, maybe a fifth of the poster, because the poster collection, Prismatic Evolutions poster collection, is very, very big. And this one had a dent, so it wasn't worth keeping sealed. I do have quite a few of these. I think I have 5, 6 of these Prismatic ones. I think I managed to get 4 for retail price on like pre-orders, but yeah, that's just how it goes. And this poster is humongous. Look, that's not even like a tiny bit of it. It is absolutely huge, a lot bigger than the 1511. But here we go. I'll show you the promos. All Kanto promos as well. So in the Prismatic Evolutions poster collection, we get all 3 Kanto Evolutions as the promos. So we get a nice Jolteon one. Oh, I haven't got my sleeves ready. That is bad by me, but we get a nice Jolteon one, and I do love these promos with the Cosmic Hollow patterns. I think these Prismatic Evolutions poster collections will do very, very well, just like the 151 ones did. I did say invest in them when they were about 23 to 25 quid. So £10 over the retail, but I said start investing in them, and now look at them. They're 45 to 55 pounds. I do know what I'm talking about sometimes, but there's a nice Jolteon promo. And then we have, code card for you guys. Then we have our Flareon one. Very, very nice. Do love the Cosmic Hollow pattern, but I think the Cosmic patterns on them ones are a bit better, but we'll get onto that in a second. And then we have our Vaporeon, which is actually my favourite of the 3 Kanto starters, Kanto Evolutions. I do love Vaporeon. I just used it a lot in the game, had a lot of HP, good special attack, good special defense. It was just a very good Pokemon. And then we get our 3 packs of prismatic evolutions. So move all of that stuff out the way. And we shall get on to our 1511, and everything is falling down over here. Just need to move that out of the way. 2 seconds. Here's our 1511. Now this is 45 to 55 pounds, but as I said, I did have 2 of these put away for just opening, and I'm going to open them now before they become too expensive to open. You ever get that? You ever done that? You've just put stuff in, I'll open that one day, and then you come to open it, and then you look at the price and you're like, oh, I can't open it now. It's not worth it, so I'm opening them now, because otherwise we ain't going to open them, because it won't be worth it. But we have the 151 poster. Now I like this because you get one side, you get the artworks of the whole set for the cards, all 151, or you can have, which side I would use for the background, which I did have, the silhouettes of all 151. Very, very cool. A lot smaller than the Prismatic Evolutions poster, so yeah, I do like it. And then our promos, we get the 3 Kanto starters, which are amazing. And these cosmic color patterns are a lot better than prismatic ones, I think, because you can get swirls in these. You can get a lot of swirls. You can there's kind of a swirl up here, but you can get like really predominant swirls. I have a Charmander with a massive swirl in it. It's very, very cool. But here we are. There's your Squirtle. Here is our Charmander one. Very, very nice. There's the code card for the whole product. Very nice. And it's Kanto starters. They always do well. Even these promo cards, I think, will do very well later on, because they are the Kanto starters. And then we have our Bulbasaur. Very, very nice. Do love these promos. I love all the promos. I love the boxes. I think prismatic poster collections will do very well in the future, just like I said the 151 ones would. But then we get our 3 packs of Pokemon 151. Right, into the mini tins. We're not going to go through the mini tins as much detail. Kind of said it in the intro. I think the prismatic ones are better. The evolutions are going to be very, very popular. Very nice. A lot more detail than the 151 ones, but the 151 ones have 151 packs in them, so they are going to do a lot better. But do I have scissors? No. We're just going to have to push slide the thing off. I ain't going to be able to do that on the 151 ones, because they're actually sealed pretty much all the way around. And inside you get an EV Jumper coin, different colour for each evolution. So Leafeon one is green, Jolteon ones will be yellow, Flareon ones will be red. Goes with the Pokemon. You get your little picture puzzle piece, as you do with all the tins, and then you get the whole image here if you put them all together. I'll try and keep the packs in what they came out of, and then you get 2 packs of prismatic evolutions. I absolutely love mini tins. Mini tins are very, very good products. They're cheap initial investment, very small, good, get loads in a small space for storage. Designs on the tins are amazing. I love mini tins. You see me open Crown Zenith mini tins enough if you've watched enough of the channel. I open tons of them and they do really, really well. And I do still have quite a lot. They're getting a bit more expensive now. They're about £16 to £18 a tin now. So I'm going to have to get a couple more of them. I am going to do a couple more buying things. Going to have to buy some more 151 just so I have it to open. Then we're going to have to buy Crown Zenith. Prismatic, don't have to worry about at the moment, but 151 and Crown Zenith, I think I'm going to have to jump on, because they are starting to do climb and climb. But here's our 151 one. And inside we get our 2 packs of 151. you get a jumbo coin of the type of Pokemon. So on this tin it is Magneton. Magneton is Steel Electric, so we get a Steel emblem. If you buy Dragonite one, you'd have the Dragon emblem. If you buy the Electabuzz one, you get the Electric. You see what I mean. Coins are very, very cool. And then also you get your picture puzzle piece, which on the back you can see it's upside down. On the back you can see where it goes to make all the artworks. So yeah, very, very cool. Love mini tins. Mini tins are very good, cheaper investments. They normally don't go up very quickly either. So yeah, I think that is a very good point. And I'll just take that picture puzzle piece out and put it there so we know they're the ones that came out the mini tins. Right, now we're going to have a little pack battle, but this is where both sets become completely different, because 151 has a very, very good pull rate. Well, a pretty good pull rate with a lot of high decent cards, but Prismatic Evolutions is it's a shock horror for pulling those special illustration rares. Not the special illustration rare evolutions, but just special illustration rares in general. It is very, very difficult to pull them, and that's why I don't like the set, because it is too hard to pull any of the good cards. You get Pokeballs and Master Balls, which are kind of common, but don't hold much price unless you get a Master Ball evolution. And then the other ones are full art trainers. There's no full art Pokemon, just full art trainers. They're easy to pull, but no one wants trainers. We want the Pokemon. They should have done a bit of middle ground, made half of the 32 special illustration rares, or given us some full art Pokemon, or even just full art evolutions. That would have been a nice middle ground. But it's either you get nothing or you get something ridiculously insane, because those evolution special illustration rares are ridiculously expensive. There's like, I think 6 of them are above like 250 quid. So yeah, very expensive. But this is where we're going to see the difference. Very good pull rate, very good set for 151. That's probably why it's jumped up in price so much and it's so expensive. Prismatic, not great. Has a very big hype, and there are very big cards in it, but pull rate is terrible. Go on the pack prices actually. Prismatic's about £8 to £9 a pack. 151 is about £12 to £14 a pack at the moment, so that's where it staggers, but there are different apart and there are reasons for that. Right, that's enough of a rambling. 18 minutes, nearly 19 minutes of rambling before we even open a pack, but I think these are quite good and they're quite expensive, so I thought it deserved a bit of a ramble, especially the 1511 stuff. But here we go, first pack, Prismatic Evolutions code card. And the last time I actually slated Prismatic Evolutions, we pulled a special illustration rare evolution. Hopefully that goes around today, but I'm not keeping my fingers crossed because it is a very hard pull rate set. We'll start with the... Right, our first pack of Prismatic Evolutions out of the poster collection. Gusty Energy, Fire Energy, Dark Energy, Goldeen, Applin, Sneasel, Hoot Hoot, Suicune, Crispin, Bronzong, Reverse Hollow Houndour, Reverse Hollow Heatran. Ooh, and we hit an EX. Alluya EX. Very nice card. Do love it. Nice artwork. I find that even the EXs in Prismatic Evolution are quite hard to pull. I don't pull many of them. There's a Pikachu, no, not Pikachu. There's a Snorlax one in here I haven't seen. I haven't really got any of the evolution ones. I think I've got like 2. So the EXs are even hard to pull, which is quite upsetting. But that is our first pull out Prismatic Evolutions and EX. Now into our first pack of 151, and there are so many things we want in 151. Any of the starter evolution lines would be great. I need 2 of them. I need the War Turtle illustration rare, and the Bulbasaur illustration rare, and then I complete the whole line. I've pulled the special illustration rare Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard, so I've been quite lucky on that front. There are other cards I do want to pull. The Dragonair I haven't pulled yet, which is really nice. Poliwhirl, I absolutely love that Poliwhirl artwork. I haven't pulled that yet. Giovanni's Charisma special illustration rare, that's another one we'd like. But if we can pull an illustration rare or a special illustration rare, that'll be very, very good. And it does have quite a good pull rate. 151. Guess Energy, Fight Energy, Dark Energy, Paris, Voltorb, Krabby, Sandshrew, Golduck, Pinsir, Bills Transfer, Reverse Hollow Muck, Reverse Hollow Drowsy into a Hollow Electrode. Oh, it's 151 is starting to become like Evolving Skies for me. Every time I open it up, it feels a bit wrong because it's getting a bit expensive now. And I accidentally opened the mini tin, so that pull comes out in the mini tin and not the poster collection, so I have messed it up, but we still got 5 packs. I'll keep the pulls in each of them so we know what we is. So this is the first pack out of the Prismatic Evolutions poster collection. I'll even it out. I'll open a mini tin one out of the 151 and then we'll be evened. Code card, one from the back. Guess Energy, Fire Energy, Metal Energy, Riolu, Brandon Powder, Lopunny, Dreepy, Suicune, Janine Secret, Art, Techno Radar, Reverse Hollow Hippowdon, Reverse Hollow Janine Secret Art, into a Hollow Knocked Out. There's the Prismatic Weedo. So we're going to open first pack out the 151 mini tin. Mini tins. I don't really normally get mini tins which don't have hits in it. I've had like 3 or 4, but most of the times they normally have a hit in them at least out of 2 packs, which is pretty good. One from the back. Guess Energy, Lightning Energy, Fighting Energy, Staryu, Charmander, Spearow, Rhyhorn, Leftovers, Persian, Muck, Reverse Hollow Kabuto. Ooh, we hit an illustration rare. Illustration rare Nidoking. It's one of the low level illustration rares, but it is still an illustration rare out of 151, and that is a mini tin. So it's kind of proven my point. Mini tins do normally have a hit in them. Normally it's an EX hit, but they normally have a hit, so they're pretty decent. Nidoking illustration rare I do already have. I think I pulled it about 3 times now, but not too bad. Not bad at all. And behind that we have double hit pack out of 151 out of the mini tin, an Arbok EX full art card. I do really like that Arbok EX full art. I think in Scarlet and Violet they've done a lot better with the full arts than they did in Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, it would have been like a different shade of purple background, so it kind of didn't make the Pokemon pop, but in Scarlet and Violet they have started doing backgrounds which make Pokemon pop, and that is a cool one. And that's a card I don't have either, so I'm very, very happy with that. That is very, very decent. 151, good pull rate as well, but there we go. Double hit pack out of 151. And they both have God packs. I forgot to mention that. They both have God packs. Now, Prismatic has Demigod and God packs, and 151 just has the Demigod packs, which are called God packs for 151. So you get the whole evolution line of one of the 3 starters. So you get the Charmander illustration rare, Charmeleon illustration rare, and Charizard special illustration rare, all in the reverse slot and the main hit slot. In Prismatic, you can get Demigod ones, which you normally get 2 special illustration rares of not evolutions, so any of the Roaring Moons or Island Valiants or something like that, you get 2 of them, and then you'd get an evolution one as a hit in the back. And then there's the God pack where you get a reverse holo Eevee and then every single one of the special illustration rare evolutions, which is ridiculous. That's probably like nearly a £3 pack if you sold all the pulls, which is ridiculous. But there we go. They do have God and Demigod packs, which is kind of cool. Started with 151 and Prismatic took it to a whole new level. But, okay, second pack out of the poster collection for Prismatic Evolutions. Again, one from the back, Guess Energy, Dark Energy. Ooh, half a hit in my book with the reverse hollow Light Energy. Very, very nice. Don't think I have that one either, so that's very nice. I'm trying to collect them all. But there we go, half a hit. I'll just put that down for a moment. Habanberry, Noibat, Black Belt's Training, Fan Rotom, Lacey, Techno Radar, Horlucha. Ooh, Pokeball hit, Professor's Research, and it's Professor Oak as well, so me being a Gen 1er, I'm a lot happier than that getting like one of the newer professors. But very, very cool. Reverse Hollow Groudon. Ooh, and a Pikachu EX. There is a Pikachu EX in this set. I thought there was, but then I was like, backtrack myself. But there we go. Not bad. Double hit pack with Pikachu EX. No, technically, double hit and a half pack, because we got our Pokeball Professor Research, our Pikachu EX, and our Reverse Hollow Light Energy. So nearly a triple hit pack, 2.5 hit pack. Very, very nice. Prismatic does have a very good pull rate for like the Pokeballs and these reverse hollows and the full art trainers and everything. It's just those special illustration rares are very, very, very hard to pull. But we're going to our second pack from the 151 poster collection. So Prismatic's winning on pulls at the moment, but 151 is definitely winning on rarity and value of pulls. One from the back, Guess Energy, Leaf Energy, Light Energy, Pikachu, Farfetch'd, Antique Old Amber, Pidgeotto, Arcanine, Kingler, Snorlax, Reverse Hollow Machamp, Reverse Hollow Lickitung, into a Hollow Omastar. So we go to the last pack from the mini tins for each. So last pack from the Prismatic Evolutions mini tin. I thought it was a good idea as well, because code card Prismatic Evolutions was supposed to be the next 151 sort of set, but because of the special illustration rare pull rate being so hard, it's not lived up to the hype of 151, which 151 did, because that 151 has a very good pull rate, but Prismatic has an extremely hard pull rate for the special illustration rares. But that being that, they're keeping their prices, those special illustration rares. As I did say, about 6 of them are over £250. And there's other special illustration rares which aren't evolutions, which are above 200. So if you can pull one of the good ones, you're very quids in. But one from the back. Did I do one from the back? We'll find out in a second. Guess G, Metal G. We didn't, and we get another half a hit with the reverse, oh god, reverse hollow Water Energy. So put that down. Larry Skill, Dunsparce, Golding, Applin, Pyro, Festival Grounds, Seeking, ooh, Pokeball, Fenzedipti. See, it does have a good pull rate for like Pokeballs and full art trainers and stuff, but they're not very valuable hits unless you get like an evolution one. But you need the Master Ball evolutions. They're about 30, 50 quid depending on which evolution it is. But the Pokeball ones are about 10 quid each for the evolution ones, but most of the Pokeballs for the rest of the set are £2-3 cards. So that's what it is. But Pokeball Fenzedipti, Reverse Hollow Pinsir into a Hollow Roaring Moon. Has a very nice special illustration rare. It's one of those expensive special illustration rares as well. But there we go. Another hit with a Pokeball Fenzedipti that came out the mini tin. So 2 packs and 2 hits out of the mini tin. Oh, half a hit as well. So 2 packs, 2.5 hits out of the Prismatic Evolution mini tin. I just think mini tins are good. Really do love a mini tin. But last pack out of the mini tin for Pokemon 151. Now we got to remember we did get a double hit pack with a full art and an illustration rare in that one, so I'm not holding my breath that this one has a hit, but you never know, could happen. One from the back, Guess Energy, Water Energy. No, but we do get half a hit with the Cosmic Hollow Fire Energy. Very, very nice, so that's another half a hit. Machamp, Porygon, Electabuzz, Coughing, Dugtrio, Haunter, Hitmonlee, Reverse Hollow Staryu, Reverse Hollow Nidoran Male, into a Hollow Chansey, there we go. But still, technically half a hit, so 2 packs out of the 151 mini tin and 2.5 hits. So they even themselves out, but 151 definitely wins on rarity and pricings of the hits. But we go, last pack from each poster collection. Prismatic Evolutions one first. And we're still getting loads of Prismatic Evolutions products being released. I think the next one's the accessory pouch one, which is kind of a different, something new, but I'm not too interested about the accessory pouch, but it is a 5-pack product, so it is quite cool. And we're getting products basically every month until September for Prismatic, so prices could come down. Don't know yet. Guess Energy, Metal Energy, Psychic Energy, Professor's Research, Budju, Baneri, Hippowdon, Glass Trumpet, Heatran, Explorer's Guidance, Reverse Hollow Heatran, Reverse Hollow Pinsir, into a Hollow Roaring Moon. So 1 pack left, 151 pack from the poster collection, which hasn't got a hit yet, so hopefully it's the hits in this. Otherwise, that was a £45–50 box with no hits in it. Come on, one from the back, Guess Energy. Come on, Fighting Energy, Leaf Energy, Venonat, Metapod, Pidgey, Ponyta, Arcanine, Kingler, Snorlax, Reverse Hollow Ponyta, Reverse Hollow Nidorina, into a Hollow Jolteon. So no hits out of our 151 poster collection. Not great. So I guess I took that off the market for someone else. I didn't sell it and then someone opened it and got no hits. I've done it for you. But we'll go over the pulls. So out of the Prismatic Evolutions mini tin, we got Reverse Hollow Water Energy, a Pokeball Fenza Dipty, and a Lugia EX. So 2 packs, 2.5 pulls. Not bad at all. Out of the Prismatic Evolutions poster collection, we got a Pokeball Professor's Research, a Pikachu EX, and a Reverse Hollow Lightning Energy. So not too bad on the pulls. Out of our 151 poster collection, we got no hits at all, which is not great, but I did take that off the market, so no one's going to buy that for about 100 quid in about 2 years and then open it up and get absolutely nothing. I saved them that. But out of our mini tin, we got Cosmic Hollow Fire Energy, an illustration rare Nidoking, and an Arbok EX full art card, which is very, very good, and a mini tin. Again, 2.5 hits, technically. See, I told you, mini tins are very, very good. I think mini tins are actually one of the better products, to be honest, but we'll have a little comparison of the hits. So, on my left is the 151 hits, 2.5 hits out of the 5 packs. And in my right hand is the Prismatic Evolution hits, which is 5 hits out of, well, 4 hits, because the Reverse Hollows energies are counted as half a hit, so technically 4 hits out of 5 packs. Well, 5 cards, but the values of these Prismatic hits aren't great. Pikachu and Lugia EX are very good EXs actually to get. Probably Evolutions would be a bit better, but for the values and actual rarities of the hits, it goes to 151. But let me know in the comments, what do you think would be better? Do you think 151 because of the rarity of the hits, or do you think Prismatic one because of the amount of hits it got? I'm definitely going 151 because it's an illustration rare and a full art, and we just got EXs, a Pokeball, and reverse hollow energies out of Prismatic. But there we go. That was 151 and versus Prismatic Evolutions poster and mini tin battle. Now I thought it was quite a good time to do this, because 151 is going up, and I have those poster collections which I wanted to open up, and I've got to do it soon, otherwise I won't open it up because they'll become too expensive. And they're pretty similar products, and they're both very good special sets, but 151 is definitely a better special set to open than Prismatic Evolutions. Definitely, in my opinion, but Prismatic does have its plus points. Very good pull rate set. It's just the values of the pulls aren't great, and those special illustration rares are way too hard. So if you're going to open open stuff, even though it's more expensive, I would say open 151 because you're actually more likely to hit something good. Prismatic you can open up, but you're most likely not going to hit anything good. You're going to get like EXs, Pokeballs, maybe a Master Ball every now and again, but it does only take that one pack with a special illustration rare Evolution in, or one of the other big special illustration rare Pokemon in them, and then you're quitting. But I'd say on average, you do better opening 151 than you would Prismatic. But there we go. Let me know what your thoughts are on both sets in the comments below. I do love talking to you guys. I've been doing a lot of shorts lately, going through my old videos which I've posted and picking out the best pulls out of them and posting my shorts. So if you do like shorts, I'm doing a lot of shorts now, and a lot of you do seem to like the shorts. They're doing very, very well for me, and it is quite cool to go through my old videos and find the good hits. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.